excellent. I just took the letters out of the mailbag. I was going to read them out loud, and you walk in to answer them. That's excellent. This is working really well. This is fantastic. This is a very well-produced program. I just want to say that up front, because I truly believe that. Letter number 1. Dear Red Green. Oh, that's excellent. You use your name and everything. My wife and I have been married for 29 years. Our sex life was great for a long time, but for the past 28 years, it's been heavy slogging. What do you recommend to revitalize our love life?
Well, Harold, situation like this, I kind of recommend that they use what we call fantasies, where the husband and the wife pretend that they're different people, preferably people with a better love life. For example, now he could pretend that he's a knight in shining armor, and she could be the milkmaid.
Or like he could be the parcel-toting mailman, and she could be the startled sunbather. Or, you know what's another good one? He's the pizza delivery boy, and she's the divorcee who lost her coupons.
Yeah, or if they find that getting repetitive, they can kind of mix and match. He could be the pizza mailman in shining armor, and she could be the startled milkmaid who lost her coupon. A lot of people say that this is like cheating, but it's not. It's a lot safer.
Yeah, another suggestion is that you might want to try like silk underthings or peekaboo nightgowns.
Yeah, and if that doesn't work, then he could get his wife to wear those.
That's true. Okay, I've got another letter, Uncle Red. Dear Red, first, do you believe, as Einstein said, that God does not play dice with the universe and that all reality is ultimately knowable? Or does Heisenberg's uncertainty principle and the quark theory prove that there are intrinsic physical limits to resolution that prove free will exists and precludes determinism? My second question is, when you went trout fishing on your last show, what kind of lure did you use? Signed, Arthur.
All right, Harold, I'd like to answer the second question first, if I may. We used MEP's Crazy Spooner on a metal leader with about a 25-pound test line, I guess it was. The Crazy Spooner is really the excellent lure for trout because it shows up so well in the fast-moving water. That lure was given to me, interestingly enough, by a female arm wrestler at a bar in the Yukon. It was New Year's Eve, 1959, during a boiled egg eating contest. I was losing the contest real bad, and then she just kind of dropped the lure into my shorts there and gave me a wedgie. And I gasped so hard, I sucked in about 9 more eggs and won the contest, winning first prize, which was a stuffed muskrat. And I believe that answers the first question.
You know, other than about a week in October, I basically did nothing last year, and I was fine with that. But even though I was doing nothing, my mind was still thinking about stuff. Stuff that I hadn't done and should have. Stuff that I had done and shouldn't have. But mainly it was coming up with a lot more evidence that, as far as I'm concerned, proves that I'm right and almost everybody else is wrong. And that was fine too, but where I made my mistake was that I shared all that with my friends and especially my wife. And before you knew it, they were suggesting that I gather up all of those opinions and stories and take them on the road where they belong. I even went to see my doctor to make sure I was healthy enough to tour again, and he gave me the go-ahead. He said I probably wouldn't get sick on the road, but even if I did, he'd prefer I was thousands of miles away when it happened. So I put together a brand new show, and I'm calling it I'm Not Old, I'm Ripe. And we're going to be doing about 25 cities, starting in St. Pete, Florida on March the 30th, and we're going to end up in the middle of May somewhere out west. It's basically a lodge meeting, and if you want to find out where I'm going to be and when I'm going to be there, go to redgreen.com, click on the city that's nearest to you. I'm hoping you can all make it, or I'm hoping a few of you can make it. I think it's going to be my best show yet, and if you saw the first two, you know that's certainly doable. So looking forward to a successful tour. Otherwise, my friends and my wife are going to look like idiots. Until then, I'm hoping to see you at the lodge meeting. And meanwhile, keep your stick on the ice.